right now. So, hey, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Northwest and Chill. I am Big Easy K, your host and creator. My co-host.
Hey, it's your boy Uncle Louie here, Lou Mans, or just Louis. Louie on the weekends, but I'm over that weekend shit. I've been on furlough for way too long, and there's some way too pressing matters going on the streets right now. So
And
hopefully we can keep this schematic, huh?
that's the name of the game for this episode, really. I had tons of stuff planned, different topics, different things. We'll touch a lot of them, but they're not going to be touched in the same way I had planned due to, obviously recent events.
In
Uh,
urgency of what's going on in the
it must be
actual
talked about. We have a platform.
population.
We have a platform here. It might be small, but it's a platform, and I feel it's our responsibility to speak out and speak on these things.
You know what?
So,
This wasn't my best subject in school, journalism, but at the same time, I believe in real journalism, and I believe to always tell the truth and always tell your opinion without being molded and shaped from somebody else's opinion. Because when you
yep,
get under the thumb of
yep. I think we had a little difficulty with the mic right there. Little technical difficulty, no worries, but definitely understand the sentiment there because you want to be able to speak your truth and not be fearful of doing so. And nowadays, I feel like it's a little easier for us to do so because of podcasting and the internet, social media. People are able to speak their mind more and have their own opinion. Not free from backlash, obviously, because it's definitely still happens. The thing about it now is everybody has a voice. Everybody says something, hot take or not, this or that. Um, like I was going to bring up. So somebody had a tweet basically saying, burning an American city to the ground won't bring back George Floyd, right? Somebody comments under that, bombing Middle East countries won't undo 9/11. And I, I found that I had to stop and think. I was like, he's got a point because it's pretty much the same kind of reaction, just on a higher scale.
but at the
You
same
know?
time, the irrelevancies of that are they're
Yeah.
far and few between. But when you can put it's so funny when you could take two things of two different scopes and actually make a relevancy, and it kind of gets kind
Yes.
of fucked up with
Yeah.
that.
It is
In
definitely.
bombing 9/11, it was something I believe it was a government agenda, like all war is. When people try to separate government and war, that's their brain's gone because
Well,
that's opinion from fact. Like we
people
said, everybody
forget
thinks
how
they have
much
opinion
money
now.
is in war too.
Yeah.
There's money. America made tons of money fighting during the Bush years, during the Obama years. We get paid to fight. That's what we do. We're pretty much a mobile army that will get paid to fight. So when the economy was really low, how we were keeping afloat. Troops were out there doing things that
Yeah.
we
Oh
were
yeah.
probably over here mad about. But that's what was going on. Um, but yeah, with everything right now, I feel like there's been like a bubbling going on in the communities in the United States with COVID-19 got us locked down. I'm already, man, stores are closed. This is closed. I can't go there. I can't do this. We just kind of start to break out. We had this Ahmad situation. Good guy gets murdered. If you haven't heard, murdered by two civilians who are not cops. Well, maybe it was an ex-cop. Do not get arrested for over a month. So that was a bubbling situation. And then
Well, I
right after
think
that happens, we have George Floyd getting murdered on camera, knee in the back of his neck for almost 8 to 9 minutes or something like that. 8 minutes.
this is the disgusting part of the truth and reality. What I was talking about is because this hasn't been going on for just the last few weeks or the last
Exactly.
months or even the last few years. You
Yes,
can tie
exactly.
back George Floyd's killer with a other kill and death from what 2017, I believe.
Oh, you
There's
can
you
go
guys
back.
got the numbers. It's so funny that how much information out there. It's up and down, but you can actually look this stuff up. And if there's a convicted killer from a police force that's still employed, this is the problem with America. In the words of Bernie Mac, this is the problem with America, people.
Right. It's ridiculous. I mean, and I'm just talking about the things that happened this year. I haven't even talking about the years prior. I'm not even. I'm talking about cities that are away from us, not the city that I came from, Portland. We've had several black people murdered by the police.
Can I show you the difference, guys? I know you guys get a chance to see this, but I am showing an iPhone 7 right here. This is the difference, people. Now we take our own. We're still getting spied on. They still know where we are. They still know our location, all that. But we have our own power now to shoot and record these things and broadcast them live. So it almost gives us an autonomous feel of protection, which we're still not protected. A punch is still going to hit you in the face.
Yeah.
But when you have a voice and an actual, this is your voice now. Before it was just you getting hit. Now you can broadcast live, and there could be millions seeing
Well,
this.
yeah. Before it was just your word.
Mhm.
I was and then like I was reading somewhere, and this made sense to me. Like a cop going on the stand, even though this is a person, a human
Yes,
being who makes faults and mistakes just like everybody else.
we're humans.
Testimony
Everybody's
is
it's
that much
autonomous.
higher. Yeah, his testimony is worth that much higher because he
Oh
is an
yes, he's
officer.
an officer.
No
He's been
matter
stated.
what,
Yes,
because he's an officer. Period. This man could be doing who knows what at home, but his moral standing could be
Denzel with a
nothing.
cigarette. Denzel with a cigarette.
Yes, but his word, because he went to 8 weeks of training and carries a badge, is more valuable than mine. It
And
means more. It carries more weight. But now, like you
the
said, we
fucked
have our
apart.
phone. We have that portable device that can record, capture everything. And that's why these things are popping up more and more and more. Because this wasn't just not happening. We are just now getting it on tape. It
I
is now being
watched
recorded.
an episode of a show that's kind of eerie. I don't know if you guys seen this. We don't.
Oh, I think we might have lost you there. We're having a little technical difficulties the last couple episodes. I apologize. I believe just probably some some scarce internet.
Under the community, or no matter what, if
Oh,
they're
he's
being
back again.
killed, or no matter what's going on, everybody in the community is still recording. And so, no matter what, it's like, are you part of the problem or part of the solution? If somebody's breaking out a window, aren't you supposed to stop them? But you're a taxpayer, or is your money supposed to stop them? But the tax-paying money that you're paying, what if those taxpayers are money is going to the police breaking the windows out with those people, or
Yeah.
the police just turning a blind eye and beating the people up that are being civil? This is
Well,
the problem that we have right now.
and even I think even the biggest problem on top of that is not even the cops that are doing this. It's the cops that are standing by watching this. They're
That's what I said.
watching their
It's like the people with the cell phones.
yeah,
Are you going to sit here and watch this, or are you going to sit here and do something about it? I
yeah,
know I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to go up and hit an officer and be hit and shot myself. I'm above that, but at the same time, with
something.
power in numbers, and what do you think is happening now?
You
Power in numbers.
Speaking of that, it was Denzel Washington, West Hollywood, actually got out of his car, saw like a disgruntled African American homeless man and a very upset cop. He got out of his car and became a shield pretty much between the two. The man was eventually arrested peacefully, but he stepped out because he felt that it was going the wrong direction. And this being a homeless man, this guy would have never been heard of again. You would have probably heard his name once and it'd been over.
We
And I'm
have a
not
few
saying the cop was
celebrities
going
in
to
the
kill him,
street.
but
We have a few celebrities in the street. I see Nick Cannon. Nick
yeah,
Cannon's out there, but Nick Cannon is using his religious backgrounds and his pastor's beliefs to go and do this, kind of like Tom Cruise, which it's not as culty because it's, you know, what it is, and I like that he's fighting for it. But then we have other celebrities like Jake Paul looting. There's celebrities like that out there in the streets doing things like this. So that's like nobody's safe these days. Nobody's autonomous no more.
No.
Your ass is going to get seen by those cameras that we're talking about.
Well, this is where we're going to find out who's real and who's been faking this whole time. People in Hollywood, they might think one thing about this or that about him, but now you see, oh, this dude in the street. He actually out there. Or you hear this one dude making these little messages and tweets, but he's gone. He's nowhere to be found. You always hear about, oh, there's still good cops out there. Why is there never none around when people are getting murdered? Where are they at when this is happening? Are they only in one precinct?
I hate when I've been seeing there's a lot of opinions going around here. People are trying to shun people who, hey, I had a family member who's a police officer. He's an amazing guy. He's awesome. But at the same time, just that's the same thing as saying,
yeah. So believe we're going to have to get this checked out. I apologize again. It's like Lou's having an issue on his side there with internet connection. We'll get this figured out. Don't worry, guys. Sorry about that. But to go back on that point, it just seems that with the new technology becoming more and more, these things that people have been telling us, been saying, been happening are being brought to light. People actually be like, oh, he wasn't lying. They haven't been talking crap for years. They are actually getting beat and murdered for nothing out in the streets. These are actually true statements. And let me get to, like you were saying, I'm not here to sit here and bash cops and think cops are bad people. I have a brother that's a cop. You know, he knew what kind of job he signed up for. He knew what it was about. Just like
Oh
you get
yeah.
in the army, you know what you're getting into. But at the same point, just because I know somebody who does something and he's a good person doesn't mean he's not surrounded by others that are not like that.
And influencing his own beliefs.
There's a
Well,
guy who goes to the bar and drinks beer and he's
he's
totally
trying
fine.
to.
The guy goes
What
drinks
if?
to the bar and drives and kills 100 people. You know,
But there's also these people that are like that in the job place and in the bar setting who want to assimilate around the people who they want to seem like they're regular or want to seem like part of the crowd. And these people might be those people that are obstructing. And that's what I'm saying. There's influence. There's people that are influenced by good. And there's people that are influenced by
yeah.
bad out
And
there.
there's peer pressure for these
And
cops as well. They
and I
become
think
a, what is it, a rat if you're out here telling other cops?
it's like being
It's a
in a
street
gang.
code.
This is the biggest fucking gang. It's the biggest
Exactly.
armed gang out there. And if you're, the same rules apply, guys. When you've seen gangland, you've seen these things. It's not a secret. These same
Mm-hmm.
fucking rules apply with the police officers. You think
Yeah.
a police officer code isn't a thing? These
Mm-hmm.
things are real
You
things.
don't
And if
snitch
you're
on a
if you're
cop. You
fucking
don't.
around with these
Yeah.
people, you're gonna get fucked up just like you are in a gang.
Look up. I'm telling you,
Don't
look up
don't
was
don't get
it
it
was
twisted.
I think it was a Seattle police officer who went against cops, said a statement, and everybody was like, "Oh, good for you." And then like
Wax.
like a
Wax.
month later, he was gone,
Gone.
fired for some weird reason. Look it up. Look at any cop because that's what a lot of them are
Well,
scared to step forward.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the good old boys the go brothers club. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
it, it's how it is.
Yeah, what?
Nobody wants to poke the beast when someone's higher than you. When you're kissing somebody's ass in the American workforce like that, especially in the judicial system in police force to get
Hmm.
ahead. It's
Yeah,
not we're in police force. It's all males. You're not sucking dick to get ahead. You're
no,
fucking. You're kissing your boss's
but
ass. You're doing some dirty shit.
oh yeah, but see, it's like I don't even. It's so hard to put all this into words. It's like with that statement, how it is like, oh, they're afraid to come forward because they're rats. To me, that says there's more bad than good in there.
Well,
Because
there
if the
shouldn't.
good doesn't outweigh the bad in the police force, the good shouldn't be afraid to come forward for bad cops because there should be more good cops there to
Exactly.
back
You
them up.
shouldn't be able to not voice
And
your
if
opinion if it's
that's
something you
not the
believe in.
case,
It,
then we have a complete disruptive problem with the complete whole
why
police
would you
department.
wear the badge in the first place if you're not trying to strike a good in the community, other than an underlying tone in the police force that's not seen by the public?
Every
It's
police
like
code
there's
is
something.
protect and
Mhm.
serve.
Protect and serve by any
Those,
means necessary.
yeah, protect. The first word in that. Who are you protecting once a man is handcuffed on the ground, subdued by 4 officers by holding him down with your knee?
The argument for police officers is that they're protecting themselves and they're protecting their
From
fellow.
what?
Listen, they're protecting themselves and their fellow employees, which I also find 100% staunch bullshit. I would say they're protecting themselves from the swing of things that we don't know as a population. It's like a fraternity. There's a cop code out there, like you said. There's some shit out there. If you don't get enough kills, if you don't get this, what do you think you feel like in the locker room? If you didn't get a kill, you didn't get this. You don't think that's
Yep.
stuff like that in these southern towns
Yeah,
where there's small
bro.
communities where the judge is also the pastor, which is also
Oh yeah,
the the head cop and the sheriff.
bro. They're
These towns
all in.
still exist in America. If you don't know about it, don't drive down south. You'll be really surprised.
It's yeah.
Real
You don't
quick,
don't
too.
do it. I don't suggest any
I
of
don't
that,
suggest it.
especially during this climate in America.
No, these people are
Um,
malicious. These people, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying these people as one specific race or any gender or any he, she, or anything. These are the type of people who are fixated in a culture type of lifestyle that are fixated in a group pop, popularis mentile where you're just sitting there around the same people breeding on the same hateful thoughts. So you see somebody that's other than you, different. What are you going to do?
mhm.
It breeds hate and it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, earlier today there was another unarmed black man. I don't know all the details from it. I know he was in Louisiana, unarmed, and he was murdered. I Police officers should not have to kill unarmed people.
Cool, but just as the
Period.
argument, I see this around here a lot as well.
What is he
They say
doing? Was he
for just
resisting? Oh, I hate that.
but just for every minority is killed, there's another white person killed as well. Cops kill crazy white people. There's it's not. I don't want to pinpoint it, but I had the conversation earlier. It's if you stack the numbers up and turn them upside down, and how they interact and how they treat the person with minority opposed to the person with a Caucasian background is staunchly different,
I would be
and
greatly
that's a number
surprised
that you cannot refute.
to see the number of white people killed based off of
Exactly.
pure like, oh, that needed to happen because of what they were doing versus people of color who are getting murdered who don't
Subjected
be.
bullshit.
So yeah, I bet you there's more white people committing crimes. That's 59% of the crime in America is committed by white people. That's a fact. 33% of the crimes committed by people of color. That's
These are these fucking facts that they tried to refute with the Republican class. They tried to say, oh, all these people on welfare. Then we flip the numbers and you see X amount of Caucasians
but
on this
on
opposed to
welfare.
other races. But at the same time, these numbers are old. These numbers are always outdated. These numbers are always changing. Now we're in the biggest pandemic in the world. Everybody's on welfare. Everybody's evened out, unless you are the almost 1%. But your small business isn't being closed.
Mhm.
Your fucking Walmart's open still, but your small business gets to be closed. We're passing bills that are trying to make firearms 30% more expensive to buy.
Oh yeah.
Ammunition 50% more expensive
Check
to
up
buy.
on it now.
You have to be
Federal
a
government's trying to
federally
regulate it.
enlisted to shoot and own the firearm you already obsessed.
I'm
You
very
already own.
curious what the right wing is going to say about this.
This is one of these things.
I don't want. They're like gun lovers. They love their guns. What are they going to think about this?
I'd say, well, here's the scary part. Look up the number of how many federally enlisted those NRA and those gun nut motherfuckers are there. It's a pretty high number. So those NRA guys are writing the code. So you could look up those NRA guys and they could probably write his good old boy buddy into the code probably pretty easy.
Yeah.
You're in the NRA, you're federally, you know what I mean? So you have to be
true.
This is going to become something, hopefully, that's nipped in the butt by
to me, it seems like the beginning of some sort of, domination where we're gonna disarm you.
Martial law.
We've already locked you down.
Martial law?
Yeah, we've already proven that we can keep you at home. We've shut stores down to a certain degree. We've already done that. Now we're gonna disarm you.
America is trying to employ martial law. They've been fucking with FEMA camps for way too long. They're fucking trying to fucking do Antifa, some fucking terrorist organization. You know when the KKK comes through when it comes to the town, you know who stands up to them?
Yeah.
Antifa. Anti-fascist group. Antifa stands up to those motherfuckers when the cops let them walk by. And the cops let these white motherfuckers with their hands in the air. And it's not just white guys. There's some crazy Mexican guys wanting to build a wall out there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just the white people, guys. We are in America. There's crazy people out here everywhere. There's a guy carrying a sword. There's a motherfucker with a machete.
Yep.
He could be Simpsons yellow.
The thing about it is, and I think the reason why me and yourself are going as hard as we are is this is a point now where it's not enough.
Getting fucking disgusting.
It's not enough to be not racist. At this point, you have to be anti-racist.
Defending
you
yourself.
have to be totally against it in every fashion. You can't just be like, well, I'm fine. I'm not racist. But no, it's not enough. You need to be above that. You need to be
racial defense. Racial defense is the new racism. If you're trying to explain that you're not racist and trying to back somebody that might be half racist or explain something else,
if you not are actively fighting racism in some form, to me, that is not enough. Being not racist is not enough anymore. There's too much going on. There's lines are being drawn. People are being called out. People are being murdered in the streets. People are protesting. People are being set up to look like they're looting the streets.
Right?
Yeah, but there's tons of people out there watching tons of videos of these masked white men coming around breaking all the windows while the black protesters are marching, black and white, well, mind you, we're marching, but there's people breaking the windows and looting. So these aren't the same groups technically. There's always a couple people that branch off or want to do something that are a little more amped. For the most part, these are peaceful protests. The media obviously shows other parts.
I have a pretty smart and involved political friend. You know him, and Boxcar. I'll just say that
Okay.
your boy Boxcar. He's pretty smart. He's on top of his shit, and he knows a lot of stuff. He's actually back in it. Fucking, he's back in that group because of things I aforementioned. They do stand up to the KKK. They do stand up to those other groups. They do stand up, but what what they have another agenda as well, which is a little more nefarious. That's
Yeah.
it's funny
And
when it's
that's
funny when you only state a few things like they stand up to the KKK. Is that the only good thing they do? They're doing the cops' job. The thing I'm pissed off the most about that is now we're seeing what the cops don't do. The cops are sitting by watching these motherfuckers walk through with their hands. They're obviously a fucking real terrorist group, and they're letting it walk by. So they have to have another group that they're labeling a terrorist group come and fight this real terrorist group. Is
yeah.
this what? This is another thing that's
Meanwhile,
blowing my fucking mind.
meanwhile, the
Fucking
KKK
disgusting.
hasn't been called a
It's
terrorist group
fucking
yet,
disgusting. Never once. Never fucking once they have
but they've
been
clearly
called terrorists.
terrorized America since
And
the
they are the
beginning.
biggest terrorist fucking group in America. It's
Been
fucking
terrorized.
disgusting.
It's because that's when you know that black and people of color aren't considered Americans because those are the people that are being terrorized by the KKK. If they're not considered a terrorist organization, that means you do not value the people that they terrorize in this country. That's plain and fucking simple.
It's funny, once you're labeled as a terrorist, you lose all your American rights, you lose all your civil rights, and you lose every sort of voice and prospect that you have. So now, with the new agenda of labeling these protesters, the fucked up part about it is it's showing even in Portland where we live, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Northwest, it's happening in Seattle.
Seattle is
Seattle,
happening.
there's
Tequila, Bellevue.
they already have Marshall. They already have the National Guard
Mm-hmm.
there.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's real.
Um,
It's real. And
when
this is another thing I was going to hit on. Like, it seemed like the day I think it was a couple of days ago. I read this article about a 103-year-old woman in Massachusetts who beat coronavirus.
yeah,
Like, oh, Corona, we're pretty much done with Corona. And right after that, it was like, oh, now all this shit time. It's like, oh, Corona's over. I mean, 100-year-old people were
chill,
surviving.
dog. Corona was March's thing.
Yeah,
Man,
what's
they
this?
bled out. They tried to make April Killer Bees, but that was like an April Fool's joke. They pulled Killer Bees out, but they were like, oh, let's extend Corona for a little while.
Got to throw
You know what?
something else in the mix.
I don't wear a mask. My pregnant girlfriend doesn't wear a fucking mask. The two kids in the house don't wear a mask. And this is
Well,
something, it's attacking people like the common flu, and they're eradicating people and making them scared. This is
only
a
people
sheeple
that
type of
I
situation.
had wear the mask was my mother-in-law, who's at above 60 and has
Yeah.
lots of
It,
health conditions, and
yes.
her husband.
Smart.
Those are the
Smart.
only people that I was
100%
basically
smart.
saying you guys should wear masks. I've actually kept them at home as much as possible, did their shopping for them, but that other than that, I mean, but that's the same kind of precautions. If there was a bad flu season,
Well,
stay at home.
exactly. This was
Stay at home.
our first podcast 0, which is really podcast 1, which is we talked about this. It started from the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
We are not being negligent on this. These health advisories, we took precautions with.
Yes,
I'm
we
not eating.
did.
I stayed in my house for a
I
while.
I
I'm on
took
furlough. I'm doing these things, but at the same time, I am not walking and talking and sleeping and eating when they tell me to blink. You know what I mean? There's a curfew in Portland, Oregon, where I live right now,
oh,
and
that's right.
you know it's 8 o'clock. And what time is it right now?
8:45.
It's 8:45. So technically, if I leave my house right now, I can be subdued. I can be deemed as a criminal, an offender for just being outside and living my life. What if I want to go make a burger for my family outside the barbecue that we have? What if I want to go to the corner store
Corner store,
and
exactly.
grab some water because my girlfriend's pregnant? She wants some alkaline water. What if I want to actually fucking scratch my balls? Is this what it's going to come to?
It's crazy. It's curfews. I didn't. It's only June, and 2020 has been one of those years. In about 20 years, when my kids ask me, "Man, what was that 2020 stuff about?" I'm gonna have to crack a bottle, pour a drink before I even start talking because it's like it's only June.
Yeah,
It's
right.
only
We're
June.
halfway through the year, and it's actually June 1st, guys. Our podcast has been going. This is our
That's
official
right.
third episode
Yeah,
here.
we record on Mondays as of right now, and then distribute on Wednesdays. Probably in the future that might change to a Tuesday or a Monday release, and do it in a recording over the weekend.
I
Uh,
like that we get. I think the more following, or if it grows how we want to be, I think we could have more readily available news. But as it is now, a
Mhm.
good week segment. Just to soak it up. I think everybody's overwhelmed with what's going on right now. I'm
Yeah,
overwhelmed. Everyone's either
I
stuck
am
inside, and it's
totally.
getting crazy, man.
So you know what? I want to just kind of talk a little about something else. Just talk about
Let's lighten it up. Let's lighten
like.
up the
So
show.
I was reading this thing. Costco. We were talking about Costco last week. Man, Costco's in talks right now to start bringing back free samples pretty soon.
Oh shit.
I was like, oh, so I mean, those two articles, the old lady who survived Corona, Costco bring back samples. I'm like, Corona's over. I'm feeling good, because
Well,
I miss those Costco samples, to tell you the truth. I used to go to the Costco shop and I would eat pretty much every sample they had before I got my hot dog and soda for the $1.50.
hey,
The $1.50.
that's called the Bachelor Special, my friend. Hey, don't try to steal my thing.
Hey,
I was trying to patent this idea for a while. It's
the
called the Bachelor Special. You go there,
$1.50.
you get that foot long, and then maybe you go up and grab somebody's drink that left the table that looks clean, and
It's
you
a
refill
buck
it for the
fifty for
free.
the hot dog and the soda.
I ain't hard up for nothing. You know what I mean?
The
Like it's
buck
cool.
50. That's the best deal
Uh,
going in town still.
Yeah, see, the places are getting closed like this. Look at this. Free samples aren't being allowed at these stores where I don't want to say this, but are deemed almost white privilege. You have to pay a membership to be into this store. Kirkland's products are fire, but check this out. There's a corner store down by my house. My buddy Kong owns it. It's called Shamrock.
Mhm.
They're actually putting all their jerky sticks individually wrapped. No
Mhm.
more open jerkies. No, you can't get the little thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Smart.
Lombard Market, right next to the Domino's, across the street from the Taco Bell on
Yeah.
97203 Lombard Street. If you guys are if you guys are in France, check this out. You can drop it a pin. They are doing free sticks. They don't give a fuck. They're giving plastic bags still. They're they're
A
unaffected
lot
by
of
this.
people,
Some people are unaffected by the news. Don't watch the news. That's gonna.
a
We're
lot of
hyped up.
things
We
are
have
going to
topics
be the
now, guys.
same. There's
We're unaffected.
not going to be too much different. I mean, restaurants are opening up now. We went to the coast, to Moe's, and they were actually seating inside.
Yeah, I went to Little Sambo's in Lincoln City. I've
Mm,
been to
I hate
Jeanette
that
Wynn's
restaurant.
Casino. The decor's
That
it's for
restaurant's got a
kids.
racist history, but I
Little
won't.
Sambo's does?
One with the tiger on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that place. But
Let's
anyway,
roast them. We're gonna bring that in the future.
well, yeah,
Fuck Little
yeah,
Sambo's.
that's funny.
Fuck Little Sambo's.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, man. So
Damn, man, that's
between
deep.
what's going on and what's out there right now, like I'm feeling I'm feeling some type of way. I've been watching a lot of different movies. I've been streaming a lot. That was kind of my next thing I was going on is streaming service overload. There are so many streaming services now. Like
I, I
cutting
never
the
thought I'd
cord used
have
to be
so many.
cool. Cutting the cord was cool. Cable bill was so high. Now I got 3, 4 different
Well, listen what you
services.
said.
I'm like,
Listen what you said. Cut the cord. How many cords you need? You can't cut the cord. You have to
well,
cut
yeah,
the cord.
cut the cord was whole. I'm done
Plural
with
S.
internet. I'm done with cable. I'm done with Comcast. I'm paying $200 a month for 20 channels that I probably only watch and 150 that I don't watch.
Well, nobody watches. Nobody channel surfs nowhere. Here's the thing:
No.
you watch internet videos, you let something play. It's called the automatic channel surf. This is how lazy people got. We don't have to channel surf anymore. YouTube does it for us.
Yeah. I don't watch
You
regular
don't have to press a
TV. I
button.
couldn't
You
watch
just
regular
press it
TV right now.
once.
Hulu. I watch freaking
Yo, hey, no
Disney
chill.
Plus,
You don't love that classic antenna
CW.
TV,
I just,
the
bro,
fuzzy
like,
channel.
I can't do it. I can't. I can't be like, oh man, I gotta get there at 8 o'clock to watch my show, and I get there at 8:10. I miss part of it. I
Here's the
start
worst thing, though. Here's the worst thing: when you got Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, and ESPN Plus, and you can't find a fucking show, so
Oh
you
yeah,
go back to the free streaming thing, YouTube.
oh yeah. But there's still CW's
I hate
free,
that
and then
shit.
HBO Max just dropped, so that's
Now,
another
fuck that racist ass frog. Fuck the
like,
CW.
CW. I gotta watch my Supergirl and my Black Lightning on there.
Fuck that
Shows I'll be
racist ass
watching.
frog.
Oh, what's it?
WB. Fuck that
That's a
racist
great
ass
episode.
frog.
Chappelle Show, by the way.
Fuck that racist
Yes,
ass
sir.
frog.
Oh, so
I kind of want to spearhead into the next subject here and let
go
you
ahead.
spearhead into it
Go. What you
because
got?
I want to spearhead right into the last shit we were getting on, man. I was hot on this one, man. I was pumped on Tyrone Woodley, man. My man got slept, man. He didn't
Wow.
get slept like I wanted him to get slept. He fought, but he is the timid fighter. I think he is relishing in he's basking in the glow that he once was. And now I believe that he needs to change his camp and
He's not as
actually do
hungry as he
something.
was.
He's not hungry. He believes that what he used to do is going to get him to the next championship. What you did before is never going to get you there
Because he
again.
doesn't.
Always got to work harder, and you always got to keep going. And if you don't,
Yep,
what are you doing?
I
Get your ass
agree.
out the ring.
It
And
feels like
he's
he.
not trying to fight any harder than he used to. He's not
Yeah,
trying to change up
he
his
feels
tools.
like that. He feels like his loss was a fluke. Like he shouldn't have lost because he's that good.
His
Instead of
excuses are getting crazy.
accepting the fact that people are getting better and you need to get better and evolve as well. That's what he needs to get to. He thought he
That's
was
a
going to go out
problem in
there,
MMA.
be Woodley, do Woodley what Woodley does, knock him out, get back some little glory. I lost a fight and go back. No, you got to re-gear, retool.
Oh, you got to retool your whole surface, man.
Re-energize or something, because just because you were that great before, what do you think the guys that were trying to get to you were doing? They were trying to be this great. Now you got to come up here.
Exactly. You know, when you train with somebody that's better than you, and these little young guys, and then check this out. I'm gonna use this for example. TJ Dillashaw with Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber is on the cusp of retiring. He got a young stud buck motherfucker coming up that caught lightning with the new coach who knew how to strike. TJ Dillashaw, that he actually, if you guys don't know the fucking history, he took this kid up from he was in high school. There's a beef there. Hopefully they get a fight. That's later. That's later down the line.
Yeah.
But there's shit like this all over the world boiling. You know what I mean? Like, if a fight's gonna happen, it's gotta happen after a while, man. Something's gonna pop. Something's gonna pop. Something's gonna pop.
Definitely. I mean, there's with that, but there was another announcement. McGregor and Silva.
Ooh.
Silva,
I heard it was a catch weight.
That's what I'm not worried about, but I'm kind of curious about what the weight's gonna end up being.
I seen a weight. It was supposed to be 176.3. It's a mid distance between 185 and 170. So it's Connor is a natural. Connor, I like it about him, and I like it what Demetrius Johnson and other people that are going to ONE FC are doing. They're fighting at their goddamn natural weight class. They're not cutting any weight. They're not starving themselves. They're not.
Anthony Rumble Johnson is the epitome of that statement.
Yep, 100%, 100%. He had to go up to heavyweight, 170 to heavyweight.
Bro,
who are you, Kenny Florian? What 185 to 145? You know what I mean?
I remember watching some of his fights.
Who the fuck are you?
When he went up to his
natural weight.
You trying
to fight every class?
Bro, he was putting people
to
sleep.
Oh. He broke Andre Arlovsky's jaw at heavyweight. Like the Andre Arlovsky.
Yeah.
You guys know who Andre Arlovsky is, right?
That Andre Arlovsky. That one.
But you know who that 170-pound scary Anthony Johnson was? That John Jones was tucking his tail from? I don't want to say that. But Cormier puzzled him and choked him out. John Jones had to let Cormier beat him up first to go beat Cormier up. He had to let John Jones is smart. I like that. He let the wrestler not get knocked out by him. He's like, I got better wrestling than him, but I can strike better than him. So I'm gonna let him fight him first. Then I'm gonna beat his ass. See, his coaches or something. There's some people out here doing some shit like that for some people.
Especially because knowing that Anthony Johnson can fight, but not really seeing enough of him at that weight with enough enough talent. Dean Cormier in there, okay, I can see the talent. I can see what he got. Because Anthony Rumble Johnson was scary, dude, man.
Oh, scary. He was scary at 170.
Yeah, he was scary.
He was getting beat by Koscheck. Hi, dudes, but hi. I'm saying hi to y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I got some pretty good kill right now myself.
I want to talk about this as well. We are here. I don't know where y'all are at. I know marijuana exists everywhere in the world as well. You know what I mean? It's like a sport. Sports are off now. Basketball's off. Soccer's off. Everything's off. Cornhole. There's somehow cornhole because there's some distancing. It's like that's an assimilation sport that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's an assimilation sport we don't give a fuck about on this show. Definitely. Fuck cornhole. We'll play it, but we don't give a fuck about it.
Cornhole. No.
Some cornholes.
I had some. Oh yeah. So speaking about fighting, so I was looking at some Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, that was looking kind of sick, though.
The new Mortal Kombat, whatever.
You got RoboCop in it, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, don't
Bro,
play me,
RoboCop
man.
versus Terminator fight, bro, that was legit. Like Mortal Kombat, I have to say, is probably top 2 in fighting game franchises of all time.
What would you put again? Just quick run over. You don't have to give it 10 hours in it. I'll give my quick over. What's over Mortal Kombat and what's your over Mortal Kombat? Over under Mortal Kombat right now. I'll say over Mortal Kombat, the middle Soul Calibur under Tekken over. Go.
So you got Tekken, Mortal
Over
Kombat.
under Soul Calibur. So or maybe Virtua Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, or Soul Calibur's sick though.
Soul
Ooh
Calibur's
shit.
nice.
Ooh,
Tekken's
I don't know.
nice. I mean,
Ouch.
we're
This
talking
is a good
fighting
pull.
games.
This is a
Can
good
I
pull.
put No Mercy in that? Does that go in there?
That's that THQ fucking
Yes.
No Mercy wins because it's actual video game pattern. There's so many. I think it's a left strong grapple, left soft grapple on 4 different
Yep.
things. So it gives you 8 different moves.
And the throw into the ropes
The
and off the
throwing,
ropes
the
and off
corner,
the top rope.
the front. This is if you want
The
to
tree of
create a
woe.
character. If you want to create a character, get a Nintendo 64, get No Mercy, or
And
even
about 45 minutes of free time.
45 minutes. Hell no, yeah, I'm going 8, baby boy.
You
You
gotta
can find me
get
on that game for a minute, man.
That's not even talking about your outfit and how you look.
No,
I'm talking about just
no.
move sets takes
Well,
forever.
I actually like WrestleMania 2000 a little better, honestly. Well, No Mercy's
I
better
like them
because
both.
No Mercy's the same thing, better graphics. You can do the
There's more
It's
moves.
just better. No, it's better, but it's the nostalgia factor almost falls off for me. I don't know why. It's where
No
it's like
Mercy was the
almost
last
like.
one. WrestleMania, I think they peaked at 2000, obviously, and No Mercy was.
What about no?
level
I
of
gonna
play.
shit on fucking Revenge. WCW Revenge.
That was, dude. I had all 4 of them. There was WCW versus NW or WCW World Tour, then
WCW and WCW NWO World Tour.
and then it was WCW versus NWO
Revenge,
and then
WrestleMania 2000,
and then No Mercy.
Mercy. They're all monikered under the THQ banner, which changed over from WCW to, and then oh my god, WCW's games. What was it? Nitro. It was like they had Tony Hawk's like left, right, up, down, triangle for a power slam. And this was literally the worst fucking.
The mechanics were like people who didn't play ever or watch wrestling.
You're playing with like a Mr. Potato Head versus a Hornet.
It was horrible. The guys at THQ got it. They got it. They understood.
What about AKI? Where did they go?
AKI, man.
Where did remember AKI, man? Where did they go? Where did Akai?
I want to know who got the rights. I want to know who has the rights to THQ in the game.
I watched it. No, yikes. Ukes. THQ turned into the SmackDown series. I watched the whole extended THQ. Remember, start playing the first SmackDown series where they.
Yeah, I didn't like the SmackDown series.
Watch it. They have play it a little later for PlayStation. Have the strong.
Yeah, I remember it. I just didn't like them.
It was when they started doing it's called chain moves where you do
a
grapple,
it got too much.
10 move, a bunch of things. Yeah,
it got too much.
I don't want to play by play. I want to do I want to control my shit like when I was playing.
Bro, I remember
Revenge.
Computer on Extreme, and I'm punching the computer, and they're blocking and throwing another punch, and I'm.
Remember when you used to pound one button and then you used to flex afterwards because you thought your arm got bigger? Remember that shit? Remember that one game? Remember that game you used to play? I loved it. Where are we at now?
Man, games, but. So what did I bag here? Oh, so we're talking about video games. So obviously both the Xbox and PlayStation, I'm not going to quote them directly, but they both came out and said, basically that they stand for Black Lives Matter, hashtagged it in the tweets and Facebook. PlayStation actually canceled their premiere of the PS5 on June 4th, basically saying there's more important things going on in the world. Black Lives Matter.
All these companies are starting to stand up now.
Well,
my favorite
they better now because, like I said, to be not racist is not enough. Anti is the way to be. Well, if you're not in front of this, these companies that are not in front of this right now, even Target, when they got that shit burned down,
the Target in my neighborhood has boards on it. They don't even. The Target in my place boarded up before the protesters got there. They're like, here, come at us. We already have boards on our windows.
Well, the Target CEO was basically like,
what up?
They not
said, what up?
He's like, we'll pay our employees, we'll rebuild the store, they'll get their full
Because
salary
they
for the
get
store.
shit for cheap. They probably are.
He's
Their
like,
overhead is ridiculous.
you
That's
know,
why
because think
that's why
about
their
it.
employees
Think
make
about it from a business
$15 an hour.
standpoint, though. I'm gonna sit here and be mad at these guys. They blew my store up. I'm a billionaire. No, I'm gonna take it on the chin. I'm gonna take it on the chin. I got insurance. Take it on the chin. Pay these people so everybody's like, oh, Target's on top. Everybody's doing good. They're not mad at the movement. They understand. Yes, of course they want to understand because they want you to go back and shop there again. They want you to come
Yeah,
back.
they want a lifetime customer. They don't want you to get scared off.
No,
But the same
because you know what?
thing,
This little
these big
nothing.
corporations are being hit like nothing. Yes, exactly.
That's
But
nothing.
these tiny little corporations, I seen a funny
Those are the
story.
ones.
I know all you guys seen this, guys. There's a funny guy. He's out there. I don't know if he had a machete or a fucking Lord of the Rings sword. He was trying
Yes.
to.
Yeah. The guy, I didn't see the video, but I saw like a meme or something along those lines off of Twitter, and he was kind of standing there with the sword, or they had the sword. I don't know. There's people out there going crazy, and that's really all I could say. Um, I didn't see much about it, but there's just so much. People are capitalizing on what's happening by trying to push their own agendas with it, or trying to slide under the moniker
The
of Black
banner
Lives
of,
Matter.
of
Yeah,
what's good. You know what I mean?
and
Everybody's opinion
kill.
on what's Black Lives Matter.
And
It's
watch out
funny.
for scams coming. I'm
Yeah.
guaranteeing there's gonna be some scams
Well, that's
coming.
why I said Antifa is the biggest scam on the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, I'm
Because
talking
these
about
are
a
the
lot.
people that are
Facebook
moving
scams.
up
People be
in
like, oh,
somebody
I need
else's.
money for this. Watch.
Hey, you know, this reminds me of almost government bullshit as beginning. Because you know when they go up there and sneak up in those other motherfuckers' oil, now
Oh yeah.
these motherfuckers are sneaking up in these other motherfuckers' protest.
Hmm.
The same sneaky, nefarious, disgusting,
Yeah.
but fucking government political bullshit that we're all fucking tired of. You know that? And I'm fucking
It's
sick of it, and everybody else is.
and this is what you get. You know, people say, why can't they protest peacefully? What happened when Colin Kaepernick did that?
Well, Colin Kaepernick did
He
it, and
was
the whole world went into an outrage when this fucking intelligent motherfucker
he
took a
kneeled
stand for
down.
some real shit that people are
Peaceful
crying about now.
protest. So that didn't work. So what all the different protests that they walk through the streets are getting beat up by walking down the street, getting tear gassed, by peacefully walking. What did you expect to happen? Like I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm agreeing with looting, agreeing with
I don't
destroying.
want to laugh. So I'm saying if you look at this podcast, I don't want to laugh. Like they motherfuckers who brought their kids there. Like I'm not gonna laugh. What did you think was going to happen to your young kid
What did
when
you think
there's
was gonna happen
malicious?
after all
But
this stuff is happening?
when you
All
guys are
the,
mad at a malicious police force, you don't think they're going to meet a malicious police force with your bullshit demands and crimes?
well, after all these people, they keep saying
No way.
protest peacefully,
No
and they
fucking
made these
way.
protests, and he
We're
kneeled and he
asking
got
for it
all pissed
sometimes.
off. What did you expect to happen?
You
People
ask for it.
look at the Boston Tea Party. We only took so much, and what happened? We was like, you know what? Fuck you, Britain. I guess what had to happen after that? We had to fight.
Well,
Guess
but
what
that's what I'm
happened
saying.
when the South didn't agree? Guess what had to happen after that? We had to fucking fight. We are
But let's talk about
that
the winner of this
direction.
though. The government always the fucked up part is the government always almost prevails and ends up unscathed. And this is the fucked up part is why
The
it keeps going
winner.
on again and again and again and again. And it's told as bullshit history, not history. They're saying it's a march. It wasn't a march. People were voting against your bullshit fucking ideals, your bullshit government, and your bullshit fucking
The
freedoms that you
difference.
say is freedom.
Yep. The difference now is the whole
Injustice.
world is watching. I saw there's protests across the country for George Floyd. I'm not sorry, across the world. People are doing
But it's more
protests
than that. George
across
Floyd,
the
George
world.
Floyd was the straw that broke the goddamn camel's
Exactly.
back.
And that's when
Most
the
deaf said
whole
it back.
world.
Most deaf said it goddamn the best. You know
Mhm.
what he said? This is what the best quote. I don't want to quote. It's an amazing rap, but at the same time, at this time, I do want to quote some amazing rap. It wasn't the one straw that broke the camel's back. Here's a secret. There's a million other straws underneath it. It's all mathematics, baby boy. Check this
Mhm.
shit out. It wasn't the George Floyd wasn't the he was the match that lit the goddamn
It
fuse
was,
because there was
and
a
that's the
million
thing.
other motherfuckers underneath his dead body who fueled this one motherfucker to stand up
Literally,
on it. There's a
years
mountain of dead
and
bodies that people are
years
standing on right now
and years and years
of oppression and
of
bullshit.
systematic
And it's
racism,
not, and I don't
oppression.
even. It's not even a racist finger I am gonna fucking point right now.
Oh, I'm gonna point it. I'll definitely
No,
point it.
no, I can't. I will and I will point it. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna point it in one direction, but at some you in the humanity race, at day to day, there shouldn't be some sort of shit you should point at somebody. Listen to what I'm saying. You shouldn't point a finger at your fellow human. But 9 times out of 10, you can't change what somebody sees in their eyes. And I tried to. We all tried to. But hey, man, that's why you have these malicious hate groups.
We tried peacefully.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to that,
I mean,
what are we gonna do?
the basketball players wore the "I can't breathe" shirts. Oh, that's disrespectful. They shouldn't do that. Okay,
What
they
the
can't.
fuck?
They can't protest that way. They can't kneel. We can't march. What the fuck are we supposed to do? What the fuck you expect to happen? You know, what if I just kept killing one of your babies every day until you had to peacefully have me stop? What would you do? Some point you're gonna snap. At some point you're gonna demand more from this government that's supposed to protect us all, from this community, from
Is the
all the
problem.
people that are supposed to protect and serve. You're gonna
This
demand
is
more.
the problem. These police forces aren't attacking the highfalutin communities that would cry and would have a lawyer and that would go to the news that would make it a relevant topic. These police forces are targeting the minorities, the people that don't have a say, that don't have no fucking choice. And when they do act with brute force, they're giving people an ultimatum and they're actually
And
fucking up, man. I
they
don't get
they're
it.
changed
I
the
don't get it
narrative.
anymore, man. I'm a
Let's say a
human
man
in this world and I don't get it. How
like
are you doing it
this.
like that?
They'll take a man like myself. You know, I got a criminal record. So what happens
I
if
don't.
they shoot me? Oh, they're gonna change the narrative. Well, he was a felon. He was a criminal, even though I haven't done anything in years. My crime was nonviolent. All this different stuff doesn't matter. They'll change the narrative to make me into that person they need to be, so they can use me. Oh, well, it was justified.
Well, that's the problem with
It
people
was
today.
justified.
People want to paint a picture to make somebody that's we even brought this topic up in the last episode, how people of color associate to a boxer. I don't know what it is, and it's this thing. It's a human nature thing. It's something we got to break, and it's something that it's
Mhm.
embedded in our fucking code, and we can't get away from it. And I understand it. I brought this up with the boxing thing.
It comes with the
We
trust thing,
I
and it's
shoot
been
for the fucking
systematically
boxers.
taught
I
over
shoot for the
time.
Mexican boxers. You shoot for the Floyd. You know what I mean? It's how the world goes, and I don't know why it's like that. But at the same
It's.
time, I'm
I'll
shooting for
tell you.
Floyd too, and you'll
I'll
shoot for
tell you why.
Pacquiao too.
I'll
And
tell you why.
it's the game, man.
It's systematic. You think about this. Joe Rogan has a joke about slavery. So basically, slavery is like 3 people ago.
Yeah,
Really.
it is.
So
100%.
think about 3 people ago.
Almost four now. No, think four now. Almost four
Almost
now.
4 now. So almost 4 people ago, right?
Almost 4 people ago.
So 4 people ago, there was slaves, and they hated white people because what was happening to them.
Yeah.
That's only 4 people ago. So there's people that were hating black people that 4 people ago, and people that were getting beat by white people 4 people ago. That's just not going to disappear because we just think it's going to just disappear because we say so. And when you build a government, a system based on that, based on, I won't say based on it, but during a time
can I bring this?
slavery,
it's one word. It's one word. It's called systematic fear. And systematic fear is one of the most fucked up things that you can teach to a fucking militant force and a police force. The systematic fear is going to make them be hateful and make them be fearful for somebody that doesn't look similar to them.
Here's an analogy. Say like this. Let's say I have a family of 8 people, and I set up a security system in my house that everybody has a badge on. They can always walk around freely, and there's nothing problem. And then let's say somebody else oh yeah, you can come in my house.
Yeah.
But you can't walk around freely because this system isn't designed
for you.
Yeah. It's designed for us.
Well, that's a militant force. That's a militant force idea. That's a civilian.
That's exactly
that's civilian versus soldier mentality at its finest.
When the system was designed, we were less than. We were treated as less than. So you're not going to design a system for everybody when you have people during that time you consider less than. Those people aren't represented in that system you're creating. No matter if it's 400 or 500 years ago, that system's base and roots are built on what was happening at that time. And
those militant type indoctrinates are fucking written. And the fucked part is, those have been around for so long ago under wraps that now we're trying to abolish those things that have been around and made these people think they were okay for way too fucking long. And I think it's showing that people are really fucking tired of it.
Yeah,
because this shit,
media control.
That Good Old Boys Club. Y'all heard about the Good Old Boys Club, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's there.
Everybody has. That way, I would assume. But that's why this is coming to this time and age with technology and the internet, it's coming to a time where more people are getting information.
Everybody has a voice. I would like to
White
see
people,
what's going
black
on.
people, people are making up their own minds. Like I know tons of white people who are like, this is bullshit. Fuck this, because they can see and they can what's going on. They have a brain, and there's some that sit here and be like, well, I don't understand. Everybody's lives matter, motherfucker. That is not the narrative. We're not talking. Of course, everybody's lives matter, but everybody's lives aren't being murdered daily.
Check this out, man. If I was a kindergarten teacher and I told the fucking cafeteria lady, hey, there's one kid in the room that has a peanut allergy. You know what? We got to make a special sandwich for the kid, right? Then some kids would be like, you know what? There would be somebody with an uproar, right? But I guarantee if it was a black kid or a white kid or a Hispanic kid, it would be a different situation because it'd be a needy situation or it'd be something different. And it'd be a sourceful income thing, which I went to really low poverty schools in a really multicultural neighborhood. And we didn't have the same equalities that a lot of those neighborhoods and the other places did. And I knew friends from those neighborhoods. I knew kids who went to those places. So it's like these things exist and they don't stop. It's still going on.
It does. And
This shit don't. This shit ain't. It's still going
I'm
on.
glad there's a lot of people getting to see this. I'm hurt that it has to be on the backs of murder.
It's systematic, man. This shit was structural from the foundation. Like it gave us weak education compared to these other people to give us better jobs and better structural foundations and systematic employment in life, which is the shit that they teach you. Well, structures that they teach you is bullshit. You know what I mean?
The government admittedly said they put crack cocaine into the black community in the 80s. So I'm not putting anything past what they would do to the black community. I mean, it's been documented and it's proven. So I can't put anything past them.
I'm Latino, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like we're happens. Me too.
They did. This is purposely done. And then 20 years from now, watch, we'll be finding out that all these things that we're talking about were right. They were systematically doing this, and this was set up like this because of this, and the prison system was set up like this to make sure more black people went. That's what it is. There's a documentary on Netflix called 13.
The ominous 13th. Crime Act. The ominous crime act that put probably 150,000 more brown people in prison. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, fucking Hitlery. That was indoctrinated by them. That was a fucking that put a lot more fucking Latino, Hispanic, and brown people in the penitentiary system. That was indoctrination and written bill by those motherfuckers. So that's I call it Hillary. That's fucked up right there. And that's some real politics.
I like to right there. I like to take the stand on, you know what? Go for it. A lot of people during that time who voted for that didn't understand what was going to happen with that. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who did understand what was going to happen with that.
Well,
so I'm not going to put
the level of information that's being spread then to the level of information that's being spread now. Look at what we're talking about in the segue of our fucking show. People have cameras pointing at the goddamn officers now.
Yeah.
The body cameras didn't work. Those motherfuckers are turned off.
Oh, I've been watching body camera.
Are you fucking kidding me?
There's a body cam video of a guy planting.
They just don't give a fuck.
Planting a joint in the guy's car because he thought the camera turned off right away, but it says like a 2-minute delay before it turns off. So it caught him like pulling out of his pocket, putting it in the dude's car. Like, and if you don't take my word for it, go on the internet. It's out there. Go search for these things. They are true and they are documented and it's out there. There's a video I think you just.
I feel like the cooler we get on this shit, we're gonna have to start sourcing our shit on there. Which is cool because we do. You think we sit here and just fucking get on and sit on our ass and stick our thumbs? I'm living in Portland, Oregon. These motherfuckers are looting my goddamn.
Bro, I live about an hour away in a small town, and they were protesting up here.
I live 15 minutes away.
I live about an hour away, but they're on the street, signs, Black Lives Matter, chanting, being peaceful. I come back down the street, 8 cop cars are there. They weren't doing it. They were just deadly standing with signs. And I just, I'm going to keep driving.
I love where I live, though, man. I'm, like, unaffected by it, like, here. Like, where I'm living, like, I'm just looking outside of my windows, right? And, like, I'm so unaffected by this.
I could talk for about this probably longer than I want. But I wanted to pretty much kind of give a take and kind of give an outlet. Kind of some people out there, I know they can feel some of the anger that we have, some of the
crazy shit going on, man.
So let you know that Northwest and Shield does understand, and we do, want to be on the side that of Black Lives Matter. Be on the side of I'm done with this bullshit. I'm not sitting here saying let's go out and start murdering people and looting buildings, but I am saying we need to stand up. This is a time, and I said not racist is not enough right now or anymore. It's
Yeah.
anti-racist.
And
You
like I
have
said,
to.
I don't want to beat down or anything ended on this, but like I said, the new race is almost people trying to deny it or bring up something that can comply with this being subjected as an equal. What we need to do is actually here's the thing. What's a cocker spaniel and a German shepherd?
Dogs.
What are a raven and a crow?
Yeah, birds. I see where you're going with this.
What's your ethnicity?
I'll be saying black / African American if that makes you feel better.
I'm Latino, Hispanic, if that makes you feel any better as well. And with that said, fucking we're both human fucking beings. This is Northwest and Chill, and we just bring the same shit every fucking week.
Yeah, and before we end this, I want to let you know every Wednesday we're going to come with some stuff, and it's not always going to sit here and hit like this episode, but I felt like we need to spend a lot of time on this. I know we touched lightly on some other subjects. I didn't get to the comedy bracket this week. We'll get back to that, some more fun stuff next week, but this had to be addressed, and I'm not going to be one of those outlets that just
We're not
no
gonna
matter
sit
how
aside.
small my following or my 13 followers on Twitter or whatever it may be, I don't care. There's an outlet. It goes out about listeners. We have listeners in France, Mexico, and Germany. I want them to be able to hear that we are understanding and we do have a voice in this.
Exactly. We're coming here from America, and I don't care if you're in Germany, I don't care if you're in fucking France, and hopefully we're gonna beat somebody from Algeria. We're looking for an African, and we're looking for somebody from fucking Brazil. We want 2 new continents this week, guys. We're looking for some 2 new listeners, and hopefully we can find some 2 new listeners out there, either from Africa and Brazil. We love you guys.
Yes.
We want you guys to know what's going on in your culture, what's going on in your thing. We're gonna drop a link in here in the description. We're gonna let you know where to contact us about all this shit.
We'll
Let us
drop
know
the
what's going
YouTube
on
link.
in
We'll
your
have
hood.
information. You'll be able to contact us. Email. Hit up my Instagram, Big Easy K. That's Bigeazy, letter K, just K. The Big Easy K at Twitter. Get a hold of us. Send me a message.
All of us, man. Same
I think I
shit.
did that backwards. The Big Easy K is Instagram. Big Easy K is Twitter.
Hey,
So
man, my
you'll
shit's
find me.
right in the description, right there. It's called
Other
Lumans, right
side.
there. Lumans, right there.
It
Hit
says
us
it on
up,
the other side of my
Northwestern
screen.
Chill, guys. We're coming back next week. Just
We'll be back. So hope everybody wasn't taken back by the episode. It's a little different, but something needed to be said, had to be done. Everybody has a take out there and wants you to know where we stand on this, and how we will continue to stand on this. So,
and if you tap me out in a jiu-jitsu class with your knee on my neck with that fucking George Floyd thing, you know what? It's called George Floyd Day. We're gonna pull this back. It's gonna be submission. That's called skull riding. That's a disgusting move that fucking cop used on that
I think I
motherfucker. I
may
want to
even
end this
call
on it.
this episode George Floyd. I'm
That,
not even
honestly,
going
to be
call it
honest,
episode
I
3.
just want to say that what he was using is called a skull ride. That's a jiu-jitsu move where you put your knee on somebody's skull, and if you jiu-jitsu people can push that off and shrug your shoulders. He put it on his neck because that guy was actually complying, or he was fucking handcuffed.
He was handcuffed.
He put his fucking it's called a skull ride. It's called a knee on belly. That's a dominant mount position. That's disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting, and he needs to be tried to the fullest extent of the law. Period. All right, so that's it for this week. Hey, we'll be back again next week. Looking forward to some specials coming as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have some.
We can lighten up the subjects a little bit.
Besides our regular Wednesdays, we're gonna have a couple. We're gonna have a couple midweek things that we're planning on doing. So be on the lookout for those. We'll promote those. Go to YouTube, Northwest and Chill. All right, so we're out of here. Y'all have a good one.
Hey.